Oh man, we don't have Eric's favorite casual Friday song.
Hell yeah.
We still have a good one though. What is up, everybody? Welcome in to Casual Friday here at DNVR. Presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Use promo code DNVR when you sign up. To come down to the bar tomorrow night to watch McGregor Poirier. We're going to have our own pool going. You can win lots of money. You can bet with us. And most of all, you get no cover charge to come down to the bar. It's going to be great. Yeah, you can duck that just a hair low. There it is. That's probably perfect. Hey, what's up, guys? How's everybody doing today? Dev, you're in the house.
2 days in a row. I'm back.
He's literally in his house.
He is in front of a blank wall.
See, so look, since you made me have to explain, so I just bought a place. So now I am in here. It just got painted. So what you see is like it fully like painted, but I haven't had time to actually hang the pictures and stuff like that. So we're gonna try to make sure that it looks really cool for people. Hopefully.
Oh man, speaking of which, my painting from Lurk came in, but I didn't put it up yet. Crap, I should have debuted that today. It would have been perfect. I'll have to do it for Monday. Of course, we also have a future star. You guys don't know this, but making his debut mere minutes from right now, the new Online with D-Line show, which premieres at 3:30 today. It's D-Line.
Wow, guys. I'd like to say I'll remember you when, but I don't feel like I even know you now. So it's onward and upward for me. I really just can't. I just can't believe I'm on this show. Right
Is
now.
this the ascension of Eric?
Is this the what?
The ascension.
The ascension. Nope. This is the crash and burn. This is here today, gone today. Online with D-Line.
People don't know this, Kale. You can pull up. We have the graphic for Online with D-Line, don't we? It's somewhere on the sidebar there. It premieres today. The premiere of our new show, Online with D-Line. No longer just a segment, its own standalone. And I'm going to tell you, Eric is very excited. Also, a little more nervous than you would think. Last night, my daughter's best friend wasn't going to be there at school today. She's 6, and last night crying. She was so distraught. Also last night crying, Eric, about the show, about nerves for the show. I was trying to calm my daughter. I was trying to calm Eric. It was a real mess.
Guys, I want to put my best foot forward. I want to put our best foot forward, and I hadn't put any feet forward at that point. I was feeling a little nervous.
But it's going to be a great show. You can't. Fridays at DNVR are going to be incredible. You go straight from Casual Friday to Online with D-Line. I mean, you can't get better than that. Nobody's going to get. We single-handedly are lowering production across the Denver metro area. Nobody will get any work done on Friday after 2:00. It's a lot.
Yeah, Online with D-Line. It's going to be great.
So we got some cool stuff for you guys today. A little bit later in the show, we're going to talk about Cameron Thomas, who I think you could describe as a bucket. That's probably how I would describe him. Great bucket getter who might very well be available. Talking to some people, it sounds like him being at 26, he's slated a little bit higher, but he might be the guy who falls in this draft. We're going to have somebody attempt to climb the steps later on. I can't wait for that.
Good luck, I say.
Good luck. Actually, you know what? I will say we already have our contestant. You want to become a DNVR member. That's how you get to be a contestant. We put it in the Discord channel, an invite. We also put an invite if people want to join the show and come on Fridays and kind of like co-host, co-star, if you will, alongside us.
We don't really we don't really push the idea that if you become a DNVR member, there's a good chance that we will shame you. who needs any more benefits?
That is so true. But first, Eric, we're gonna something right up your alley. I don't know if you've even seen this yet. Production is low. Oh, bummer. But there's a new hat for the draft.
I have seen this.
Okay, all right, Kale, can we pull this up? A new hat for the draft here, and I want to get your take on it, Eric, and also Superstar Dev, about what you guys think. Any minute here, it'll be on the screen, and we will have it just any second. There it is.
Yep. So all of these, like, I don't know if you've seen the whole series, but the idea is they take one of the other logos, one of the other marks in the suite of logos, and then they put one of the other logos inside that logo. It's logoception.
That is true. That is what it is, isn't it? A logo with a logo.
We've got, and confusingly, when the Nuggets rebranded, they referred to this element as the Gold Nugget, which
what?
Exactly. I don't know if you remember, I was railing against this. Like, what do you mean this gold? This is obviously the top of a mountain. There's a mountain peak. but they called it the Gold Nugget. So they've wedged the primary logo into the Gold Nugget. There's a lot going on in this hat. I mean, it just looks like a Walmart hat to me. It's like, whatever. I mean, like the draft hats are always a disaster. This is much better than they've been the last couple years, because I don't know if you remember, they like just kept sticking pieces of flair to the hats the last years.
Yeah.
And they were just like a complete mess. This is fine. I mean, I'm definitely not going to buy one, but that just means it's
true.
Most Nuggets hats.
Dev, what do you think? Dev, you're muted yourself.
I don't remember doing that, but look, I think it's a pretty cool hat. I mean, it kind of gives you like the Flash, like one of those like animated type of looks with the bright yellow that stands out. But I think it's pretty cool. I like the diamond in the back, even though we didn't like it so much yesterday as its own standalone.
You like it on the side? You do like the 75?
Yeah, I do like it on the side as its own, like with something else. It gives you something else to look at. But the Nuggets logo, like it's as if like the screen is getting ripped apart, and then you could look into it and you get to see a sign, and it's like a release. So I do think that this is pretty cool. I'm not a hat guy. I'm more of a beanie man, but I think that this is pretty cool.
Yeah, this is double mountain side of a mountain. I can see what you're saying. It's like the Superman reveal. Definitely not what they were going after. This is just a very simple concept of taking part of the logo and jamming another logo inside the logo. It's fine.
I think it actually is pretty cool. I score this one pretty high. I would give it an 8 out of 10.
Really?
It's pretty good. I think it's a cool looking hat. The yellow is kind of bright. It might just be the photo. It does look almost neon yellow or something. The red looks bright too.
Yeah, that's their yellow. That's the color it is.
That's not sunshine yellow, man. And
that is sunshine yellow.
It's not sunshine yellow.
You're right though. The saturation on this photo is.
I do like the white. There's like white that stands out in the middle. You know, at times, like the top of the basketball and one side of the mountain is white.
I mean, you're just now you're just literally analyzing the Nuggets logo. That's the Nuggets logo.
I think it'll look cool. Whoever gets drafted, I think it'll be a memorable hat. Like, you know, it'll look cool. It looks unique from some of the other ones. So I like it. I give it an approval. I'll tell you what though, I wouldn't wear it today though. Personally,
I know why.
Why, Eric?
You know what, Adam? I make a point to never ever notice anything about you ever. Today, I can't help but notice. Look at you.
What? Look at that
haircut, Adam. Holy smokes!
Whoa.
How do you have the same haircut the same hair you've always had, but yet this one is better somehow? What have you done?
I'm telling you, man.
You know what it is that you got rid of the copious amount of gray that was there.
That's what it is. That's 100% what it is.
Do you want to know the difference between your haircuts and mine's, Adam? Besides the fact that I look nicer with mine, it's the scissors. They use the scissors on yours, I'm sure.
They use a little bit of scissors, but mostly it's a shave.
It looks like they didn't really touch the top. Did they touch the top at all?
Of course. All right, we've got far enough on this one. We're going to go now to our next topic. We're speaking of logos, Eric. You posited the theory that there would be multiple Grand Rapids Gold logos. And what do you know? We do have a secondary logo here for the Grand Rapids Gold. The Nuggets announced it. What do we think? What do we make of this one?
It is more like this one will go on a hat much better rather than just a brick that says Grand Rapids Gold. Like this one is a logo as opposed to just sort of like a logo mark. Yeah. It's fine. You got the thing that they've got working against them is that they're like trying to wedge like a bunch of ideas into one space. Like everything is like really blocky and the lines are really heavy on the basketball. And then that river shape is like really delicate and it like doesn't match up at all. The other thing that I have an issue with, it looks to me that the space to the right or to the left of the G and to the right of the R are not equal.
Oh, wow. How did you notice that? You're absolutely right.
What do you mean, how did I notice? I'm literally a professional graphic designer. This is what I do. So that's a little tweak they need to fix, but it's fine. This is like much better. This is an actual like logo, so that I'm much happier with this.
Okay. What do you think, Dev?
I like the other one better. I like that this has the backgrounds to it, like that makes it stand out. But when it has the standalone with the like just the baseboard, I really don't like it at all. I think it'll look Yeah, like somebody just said, it's like a rec league. It is kind of like that.
I mean, it's literally the G League, so
yeah, it kind of is.
It makes sense. But yeah, I think that is cool when you implement the background with I'm sure like whatever the city is and stuff like that behind it. But by itself, I don't like it as much.
Well, they won't put it. But this is just like how they're showing it. They're like putting it in places. I mean, it's going to be the one color logo. Like you'll see this on a hat. Bam. It'll be blue with the.
I think a T-shirt. I'm gonna get a Grand Rapids. They make a T-shirt with this on it, especially if it's like a heathered vintage looking thing. It looks kind of cool.
What is inside of the R? What is inside of the R?
It's the
river.
Nice.
Yeah. So, which I don't really love, especially on the big. Like this is bigger. We saw it on the last one before, and it was tiny. You could barely notice. This one, I'm like, I don't know. It still looks like.
This is a thing where they are trying to get a bunch of concepts working together that like don't necessarily go together. Mm-hmm. But so I mean, every now and again you get thrown a problem like this as a graphic designer where you're like, oh man, how do I make all of this work? It's fine. It's fine.
It's fun. I'm telling you, I'm excited to buy some Grand Rapids merch. I'm all in. It's like minor league baseball. I'm all in, man, on our silly minor league team. We were speaking of haircuts earlier, guys. I don't know if you know this.
What?
One Facundo Campazzo, brand new haircut. And I'll tell you, he's been in America for 1 year. He's already got, Kel, these are like all audio cues. I don't know if you're hearing any of these, but he's Facu's haircut. Facu Campazzo's haircut. They're pulling it up on the bird. It is. Look what we have here. An eyelash line. On the eyelash line, we got a side. He's the Michael Porter. He did the Michael Porter.
That looks like he actually just got in, like he was attacked by a shark or something. I don't know if that was intentional.
I think that this is a pretty clean haircut right here. Like he has the taper on the sides. His gash that goes through the whole time, it goes through his eyes also, and it's kind of aligned, which makes it really like cool. I think that this is a pretty nice haircut.
Oh, this is a great. I mean, he looks like he's got shades of Mad Max. This is like very 90s, very Brian Bosworth. But I mean, obviously we can't see the entire thing. He's left a little bit to the imagination, which I appreciate.
But he got his good side on his sideburns. Is what he went for. He has like the old, like it's like Jamie on Power. He has it pretty shaded on the side. This is good. This is
Adam.
Yeah.
How much do we have to pay you to get this done? To your
hair? My God. You know what? I would do it.
Yeah.
I would do it if like for a bet or something, like especially if it was like me or you or something, like one of us had to get the haircut.
Oh man.
I wouldn't eyebrow though, or
that's not.
No, you would have to get it. That actually goes with it. It's why it looks so cool.
I could do that.
He's showing us one side of his face.
That's what I mean. I could easily do that for you with the lawnmower 4.0.
Your own personal lawnmower?
I'd brush it off first. Don't worry.
I think Facu is not cool enough to have this haircut.
So you're wrong about that, dude.
We're going to find out. I love Facu. I'm just saying, I don't know. Also, this pose, I mean, I know the people listening to this probably aren't going to get the full, people listening to this podcast won't get the full appreciation of this whole segment, but this pose is I would say sensual.
Oh, I think that you're putting that part in.
Shirtless, suggestive, leaning into the camera like this. It's very...
To me, I look at the man holding his foot and I say that he's at a chiropractor or he's
what it looks like, yeah.
You go straight to sensual.
I'm just saying, it's a little like it looks like a Tinder profile pic or something.
Is this like every time you go to the swimming pool, are you like, oh man, it's pretty sensual here. I don't know if I can hang out for too long.
The next thing I have, guys, there's no easy way to talk about this one. Michael Porter Jr. is teasing a new venture. Let's take a look at it. It didn't really say what it was, just that he's been working on it for 10 months. Which seems surprising because 10 months ago they were in the bubble. So immediately after the bubble, they started working on Curious Mike.
Man.
Curious Mike. He does look curious. If you look at that picture, it's a very curious look. Dev, your initial reaction to whatever venture this is.
This has to be the most fire mixtape. This has to be a mixtape.
Man.
He's a rapper. This is what this is. This is not a book or anything like that, which some might believe. He's a rapper, and
He's
they
gonna
call
drop
him
an album,
in
isn't
the
he?
bubble. I am so excited about this. What topics do you think he would talk about if he was a rapper? Man.
I think he'd probably talk about basketball.
Give him the freedom to just do whatever. Curious, Mike. I'm sure that there's a feature. Probably Kyrie is featured on this and all types of third eye people. This is going to be deep. I'm excited.
Are you being serious? You think it's an album?
I think would have to be an album.
Well, so you're saying rap, but is it possible maybe R&B?
Or gospel.
Or gospel? Gospel?
Is he covering Albie Sure songs?
Listen, first off, I do not know if this is an album. That's my idea based off of the picture that is seen. I don't know if it's an actual album, but if it is, he probably has some good features on there. Will Barton is also,
Oh, Aaron Gordon. You get some, okay. Eric, what do you think Curious Mike is?
So the first time I saw this, I did exactly. My mind went exactly where Dev's just did. I was like, he's definitely going to drop an album. Anytime an NBA player has anything that they're coming out with, it's always an album that they're dropping. Yeah. But then I was like, wait a minute, hold on. Curious Mike, is he going to delve into topics that he like? Is this going to be? I mean, are we going to get like a continuation from his IG live that we got in the bubble that like where he's
possible?
He's questioning things that other people take for granted. Like you mentioned, Kyrie is he really taking a page from Kyrie's book? Is he curious about things he's been told his entire life? He's going to break them down.
This is like a conspiracy theory type of take like a podcast.
That's what I mean, dude. Like I'm terrified for this. Like I'm absolutely terrified for this. I don't know what direction it's going to go in. Anything that's been suggested chills me to the core.
Man, yeah, I'm nervous. I'm definitely nervous as well. But I'm with Dev. I hope it's an R&B album, like something, not just. If it's an album, I want it to be something unique. Everybody does a rap album. Have we seen any athletes do anything that's not a rap album? Like any NBA players? Like Zeke Naji has piano, so I could see Zeke Naji doing like a piano album. What do you think, Kale?
Victor Oladipo made like a whole like R&B pop album. He's actually like an amazing singer.
He's a great singer. That's right. Okay, so Victor Oladipo.
And then he fell off the side of the flat earth as far as the NBA is concerned. Like he's been terrible ever since he dropped that album.
Yeah, we'll have to see. All right, a couple other new things to get to. Monte Morris tweeted out just today that he predicts there will be a new scoring leader in Summer League, and lo and behold, man, I keep queuing these up, and okay, there it is. Marcus Howard will lead Summer League in scoring, and then for good measure, lock emoji. Just one though. He didn't, and there's no reply with more locks. What do you think, Dev?
You don't have to give multiple locks. One lock usually works. He said what he said, and you got to believe him. If there's anything that we've seen from Marcus Howard, it's the ability to shoot the ball. He is going to lead the Summer League in attempts because they're going to let him do his thing. They're going to just say, hey, go do what you do. He also has the veteran. He's a veteran at Summer League at this point because he got to play in the real season. So he's going to go in with the idea for that. But also, I just love the fact that Monte Morris backs everybody. They play the same position. He does not care. He's going to back them. If it's a guy coming in that's like the idea is to take his spot, he still backs them. Like this shows that Monte Morris is truly Mr. Nugget.
He really is.
Also, he believes in Marcus Howard, and that's something that he didn't have to write this. No, at no way did he need to endorse Marcus Howard in Summer League. But it's hey, I got you, and I know that you're going to do your thing.
Yeah, we boldly predicted something very similar to this before last season, our season preview. We were I think every one of us had some take that Marcus Morris was going to have some insane scoring outburst in Summer League.
Marcus Howard.
What did I say?
Monte Morris. You said Marcus Morris. You could buy
Marcus Morris.
Make the worst version of them.
Marcus Morris actually plays for which team? Not the Suns. His
Clippers.
Anyway.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Anywho, that's not who I meant. I meant Marcus Howard. Everyone had to take that he was going to score 50 points in a G League game or Summer League game, or we all said G League. Absolutely, dude. This guy is built to shoot. That's literally the entire reason he came into the league or got drafted. He was also one of the most efficient scorers of all time, or one of the highest scorers of all time in NCAA history. What was his actual?
I think in Marquette history, but yeah.
Yeah, like he's going to absolutely fill it up. You're right. Now he feels more comfortable. Like we saw as the year went on, he got better and better because he felt more and more confident. We talked about just this yesterday. Confidence, very important when it comes to
over or under 1.5 bets you are going to wager on Marcus Howard Summer League props.
Do they have those?
I think
Look
so.
at Dev perk up, dude.
If they have those, I'll take one just for the fun. Like,
dude, I'll take all of them.
That'll be fun, especially in like those first 2 games where he's trying to like showcase like I'm the guy here.
Oh my god,
he's got to be one of the featured guys going into Summer League because he's played in the NBA. You know, he's a league guy. He's not like a guy trying to go out there and prove himself in the sense of I want to make a team. He's already on a team and he showed that he could play. So I would take that first 2 until they take him out of there and say like let's give those young guys a chance. But I think so.
Okay. All right, let's take a quick break here, guys. And apparently, producer Kel's telling us we don't have music for the break, so I have to awkwardly read these breaks. You just see I give us a little beat here. But on the other side, we're going to talk about our main topic today, which is Cam Thomas, an interesting prospect who some boards have him like top 12, 13, 14. Other boards have him 25, 26. So it'll be interesting to kind of get everybody's perspective on him. But first, I want to tell you about Solace Meds. You guys know them. They got 4 locations, one of which, well, one's in Wheat Ridge, but one of which is right down the street from the DNVR bar. Solace Meds is the dispensary of choice for DNVR and a proud partner of ours because they're a big fan of ours. We're a big fan of theirs. If you go in, by the way, they've got gummies, they've got edibles, they've got drinks. The D-line special, the what is it called? The
Dixie Elixir, my man.
Dixie Elixir, of course.
How casual is this Friday going to get? Like, do I have time to make it over to Solace and back?
You could definitely make a run there. It is that casual. You get a 10-cent pre-roll or a 10 milligram edible when you spend $50. So that's pretty awesome. Like basically a free J. So you want to check them out. And when you go in, use promo code DNVR20 and you receive 20% off of your order. And get a free Solace bar or King Cone. So they just got so many little things. You go in there and mention DNVR20 as a promo code. They're probably just going to hook you up with an entire swag bag of stuff. And then they also have, and this is really cool, order online and you just walk in and pick up. So you don't have to spend a whole lot of time there. Go to solacemeds.com, SOLACE meds.com. And remember, you get 20% off when you use that promo code DNVR20 at checkout. Also want to tell you about Green Mountain Dental Group. They've been one of the longest standing partners for us and the best damn family-owned dentist group in all of the Denver metro area, just 15 minutes from downtown over there in Lakewood. You can check them out. And right now, if you schedule a cleaning, x-ray, and exam, you receive a free Sonicare toothbrush. Tweet at us when you go there. Let us know that you went. We always like hearing feedback when you use one of our partners. So if you go there, you get a free Sonicare toothbrush. Let us know, how was the brushing? How was the cleaning? Was it fantastic? The new Sonicare, of course. Give us a rating, 10 out of 10. But again, 15 minutes from downtown, one of our longest standing partners, Green Mountain Dental Group. All right, Dev.
Did you feel like that was fast, by the way?
That was very fast. It was extremely fast.
Okay, cool.
It was very fast. No wasted time. Cam Thomas. Here we have our graphic right here. Walking bucket. Now that's a pretty funny. Did you send these over to Kale, Dev?
Absolutely. He's a walking bucket.
Microwave score. These are the official basketball terms that we use. As a walking bucket microwave scorer. Gets to his spots. He's very creative. All right, tell me a little bit about him, Dev.
So he's listed as a 6'4" point guard out of LSU, but Cameron Thomas is no point guard. He just isn't. He's more so of a shooting guard that plays a lot off the ball, but when he gets the ball in his hands, he makes things happen. His NBA comp, they're saying CJ McCollum. I don't see that as much. I do see it as far as the mid-range pull up and just creatively getting a shot off. But if I had to go with someone, I would say Terrence Howard, like his ability to just score in every single way. Terrence Howard now is more so of a shooter, and Thomas is not a shooter, but he's a scorer. Like we've seen with Terrence Howard. I mean, Terrence Ross, he went for 50 points at one point.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
So Cameron Thomas put up 23 points a game this last year, which was fourth, nationally. But it was the first time that a true freshman led the SEC in scoring since 1989. I wasn't even born yet at that time, so.
Damn.
That's a long time ago.
You're younger than I think.
Not even you were born.
Yeah,
not even you.
3.4 rebounds a game. And this also shows you how much of a point guard he wasn't. He only put up 1.4 assists a game. And this is a guy that's just shooting a lot. He's an Oak Hill guy. And that's, the Nuggets people know that school because, Carmelo Anthony went there.
Right.
So let's just start off with the weaknesses in his game. Before I butter you up, you want to talk about a chucker? This is a guy that gets his shots up every single time that he touches it, which is wild. You don't see that much like that from a freshman. Like he was a true freshman that was shooting the ball. And I want to say it was like 18 shots a game. Like he was close to that. So 23 points on close to 18 shots a game that's a lot. That's a lot. He doesn't really see the floor too well. He's not a great defender, or he's not an elite defender. The three ball, it needs some improvement. He only shot 32% from deep last year. So he could use improvement on that side. And it's also kind of awkward for a person to their bread and butter is to score the basketball, and for them not to be a good shooter. It just does not bode well, but it could be from how many shot attempts he takes a game. But on the positive side, he's a tough shot taker, but he's a tough shot maker. He's shooting mid-range jumpers a lot. So the mid-range is alive. We're seeing that start to come back into fruition. He shoots with a defender in his face a lot of the times, but he makes it, which it is going to be hard for him to do that at the next level. He also has a weird glitch to his shot. He pulls it from his left hip.
Yeah, he has a weird shot.
He shoots it on the right side, but he pulls it from his left hip every single time.
Can we see the clips?
I have not seen much of that before. But again, he's a microwave scorer. He scores from every single angle. A lot of his shots, you are going to see a defender in his face, and he's going to still find a way to get it into the basket. He has the running floater, mid-range a lot. He shoots the three ball. If he gets hot, there's no slowing him down. So he's one of those project type players, but you do need him if you're coming off of the bench.
Yeah, I understand. Cam Howard, Cam Payne, all guys named Cam shoot sideways.
He does have it is campaign-esque the way it's sideways. It's also Lonzo Ball-esque the way that it comes from one side to the other of his body. It really is weird. But unlike some of those other guys, he makes a lot of shots. Lonzo, I guess, made a lot of shots in college as well. So maybe there's warning signs or something there. But he really is a bucket. My takes on him, if we go to the positives, I do think he is a scorer. A pure scorer in a lot of different ways. Obviously, a lot of these are catch and shoot that you're seeing here, but out of the pick and roll, he's a really good scorer out of the pick and roll as well. Off the dribble, look how ugly that is, though. It's his body was facing one way. He turns it an entire too far in the other direction to get his shot off, and then still
he looks exactly like.
But also, when he's shooting, every time there's still a defender right there. He's getting it barely over that guy, but he's still really consistent on his shot, which makes it crazy. But he can score, and that's the type of natural scorer that you need. But when they're not hitting, man.
He almost reminds me, and their games are different, don't get me wrong, but he almost reminds me of a 6'4" Michael Porter Jr. and that Michael Porter's default mode is just shoot it every time you touch it, just go for it. And that's how he is. You watch some of these highlights and you're like, he's a good bad shot maker in large part because he's nonstop taking bad shots. Really, really tough one.
If he makes any shots, he's a bad shot maker because he only takes bad shots.
Out of a game. He's a scorer, and you have to have the ball in his hands for him to get going. Right. Which your best player is a freshman, and he's a scoring freshman. But also, when he's not on, he doesn't have the ability to slow it down and try to do other things. Right. He's still going to try to shoot himself out of that. And at times he shot LSU out of games. So that makes it tough for him too.
Yeah. That's the mentality often of times of scorers is that you just have no shame. You just keep gunning no matter what. And you see he has a pretty quick trigger. A lot of these catch and shoots you'll see, there's no hesitation. There's not a huge window, but he has no hesitation, so he gets the shot off. The other thing you'll notice through a lot of these highlights, a lot of shots outside of the paint. I say that as he takes a shot in the paint, but he takes a lot of shots that are sidestep, step back, one dribble pull up. There's not a lot of getting to the rim in his game. It doesn't seem from what I've seen. And when he does, it's avoiding contact, kind of a slower player that if he gets you with a nice move, he'll score at the rim. But if he has to go through you, he's not going to do that. So not my favorite type of scorer, but you can't deny that he's really good at these tough shots.
Yeah, I think that's where the CJ McCollum comparison comes from, is just his spots, and also like CJ McCollum's game is like predicated on cone drills. It looks like everything about him is like he's going through a drill, and he's going to cone drill you to death. But he also is going to score the ball. So now, as a defender, you have to go after every single shot fake, pass fake, up and under. And he's grown the ability to score even off of those type of shots. At the next level, people are going to be too fast, and he's going to be too small for him to get that. So he's going to have to be more precise with his decisions. But a guy that can score is a guy that can score.
I like that last move that was right before this one is really indicative of who he is. Like, it was so slow. He's such a slow player. He's smooth, not quick, but he has good footwork and he has nice moves. So he beats guys even going at half speed. Like, he rarely, from what I've seen, beats guys off of athleticism or quickness. He beats them because he's not afraid to shoot tough shots, tough jumpers, or just good footwork where he gets around you like these. And even there, he didn't get to the rim. He got to a spot to shoot a fadeaway.
Yeah, we've really only seen one highlight so far where he actually had to finish at the rim.
He's not a great finisher at the rim, like in terms of breaking guys down and finishing. So, and that's one of the things that I've talked about with this Nuggets team is they don't have a lot of guys that can break you down. So adding another one, as great of a shooter as he is, another one that can't do something you really need somebody to do, I'm just not sure about. That being said, he's young. Maybe he adds a little bit more drive. Most players that are good scorers end up adding other scoring pieces to their game. But let's get to the real negative for Cam Thomas. He might be the worst defender in this draft. He is a very frustrating defender to watch because you can overstate these kinds of things easily, but there's a lot of clips. Usually there's guys, they a narrative around him. There's a lot of clips of him just like not trying on defense or getting completely lost because he's like flat-footed and standing still. So his defense, as bad as his offense is good, based on what I've seen from some of these scouting reports.
Yeah, when you see guys that are like score first guys, like that's all they care about is scoring, they tend to just get by on that. So they don't care about those other parts of their game. He he always wants to get out in transition. So a lot of his plays is like outlets. Like, let me just go 3-on-1 sometimes and I'm going to score. But now, like, what is your guy doing? Your guy is scoring so much. But I think the idea is if I'm taking so many shots, I don't have to do those things. You guys do those things. I'm going to score the basketball for us. You can't do – and he's a freshman, so he's really young, and he's in college where you're supposed to learn your defense and also be locked in on that, like, that part of your game. But he was the leading scorer, and this was a leading scorer on a team that had like 3 other double-digit scorers on the team. So if you know you can score and you can shoot – and other guys also can, a lot of his is like, okay, well, I'm going to just come back at you if you do score on me. So that is something that he, especially if you're going to be a bench guy, he's going to have to learn to be on that end of the floor a lot more and also to lock in on that end of the floor. You can score the basketball, but also so can everyone else in this league. So now you're not going to stand out in these same ways. So he's behind the curve as far as you're not as talented of a scorer as you think you are because everyone else is as good as you. So now what are the other things you can do? You're not a great passer. You're not a good scorer. Right. So how are you going to stay on the floor? It can't be just scoring, or you're going to have to go for 30 every game.
I think maybe a better comp for him is 6'4" Marcus Howard. Like that might actually be the better comp because he really is just a jump shot scorer and a really, really high volume one and pretty good one. I'll tell you this, Cam Thomas is going to be the guy who – it's going to be December 18th, and whoever drafts him, Cam Thomas is going to have like a 16-point game where he makes a bunch of really impressive shots. And every analyst is going to say, how did 24 teams pass on this guy? And it's like, well, he sometimes scores 20 points, but nobody is ever going to talk about how he was a minus 14 because he can't guard anybody.
I mean, according to the mock draft that I was looking at, he's slotted in there at Bleacher Report has him slotted at 24 going to the Los Angeles Lakers. So what you're saying is absolutely the case. People are going to be like, what? Did the Lakers steal one?
Oh, so if he goes to the Lakers, he's definitely going to be comped to like Bradley Beal. Would you? I wouldn't. We already have Cam Thomas. Why would we trade for Bradley Beal? I feel like Cam Thomas is already as good, if not better.
Horrible with the Lakers.
it's definitely going to happen. But he's intriguing. He's intriguing. He might end up being good. Sometimes guys, I will say this: Oak Hill, LSU, that definitely seems the pathway. I'm talking out of my ass here, guys. Don't take this too seriously, but it does feel a little bit like the pathway of a guy who wanted to just go get buckets before going to the NBA. Like, there's certain places you go where you're going to be pushed and this or that, and there's some places you go where it's like, college, dude, I'm just here to do my time before I get to enter the draft, and that's the path. I don't know if that's him, but that's the path.
That does make it scary. So, like AAU, he probably was a stud, scored whenever he wanted to. Goes to Oak Hill, and we know what type of players go to Oak Hill, and he's scoring whenever he wants to, a stud. He goes to LSU, where you're supposed to learn defense. He doesn't learn any defense because he's a stud scorer as a freshman. And then you go into the league where it's like, hey, you're going to have to be able to guard somebody. I know you haven't done it like since you were ever. So now let's see if you can like take these mechanics that you don't have to become a better defender. And it's like, oh man, now everything set me up for nothing.
For nothing. Yeah, so I'm out on him. He's interesting. I do think that, like I said, I think people are going to anoint him the steal of the draft about a month into the season, but by a year into the season, probably not so much. Eric, based on what you've seen in these scouting reports, what do you think?
Well, the chat has assuredly turned on Cam here, unfortunately. Cam Thomas looks like the chat's out, bro. Sorry, I hope you weren't counting your time. I hope you weren't looking at property here in Denver.
Brandon Jennings is an interesting comp. He kind of died. I mean, he's not as quick as Brandon Jennings, and so he's a little bit of a bigger and slower guy, but he does a lot of that pull-up stuff. Yeah,
I mean, you know, if he shoots like what we just saw, which was him making every shot he took because it was the highlights, then I'm in. Like, I don't know, like we didn't really see any of the negatives. We did see the walking bucket though. He definitely looks like a walking bucket. I would prefer a running bucket, frankly, on a basketball court.
But he's slower. He's a lot slower.
Yeah. He is a walking bucket. You're right. Not a running bucket. He's a walking one. Bev, are you out? Sounds like you're out as well.
Yeah, I'm out on a team like the Nuggets. I do think that he'll be good on a team that you could just make him a project. Just go score. We don't care. We just want you to get better, and then eventually maybe you could turn into something. But on the Nuggets, you already have Marcus Howard. You already have those, Will Barton. You have guys off the bench that can score the basketball. You don't need another guy that can't set up guys. We didn't even see any good passes from him. And he's going to be passing the ball a lot when you have the MVP of the league on your team, as well as Jamal Murray coming back eventually. Like, there's no way that they only need scoring. You already have that.
Yeah.
I like this comment from Jack Hastings. Superstar Deb, how is your style so damn fire day in and day out? And I was thinking about what it would look like if our own Brendan Vogt was wearing this exact same outfit, if he would be lauded the same way. When Brendan Vogt wore blue stripes on the set, he was eviscerated, murdered.
If he had a flower on it, he could do things that I can't do.
All right, let's take our final break here, guys. On the other side, though, I want to talk about a trade rumor a trade potential. Derek White, DeJounte Murray, they're available, according to The Athletic. Is that a good fit in Denver? We're going to bring on our guy, Big Dole, who's going to attempt to climb the steps. I see him backstage right now. He'll help us break down that and a couple other topics.
Calm before the storm. Look at him right now. He doesn't even know what he's in store.
He has no idea. But first, guys, I'm going to share my screen here. Is this shared?
Yes.
Because our first sponsor tonight, DraftKings Sportsbook. But I'm telling you guys, our first ever, this is the first time DNVR. I miss the family. I miss everybody. I'm going to be down at the bar tomorrow night. I can't wait. Got some friends coming in. Going to be having a good time. And we're going to be watching UFC 264, Poirier versus McGregor 3. We think that's his name.
Poirier, dude.
Poirier versus McGregor. So you can check out, because we're going to have some cool stuff going on. But you also have that chance, if you're a new user, to bet just $1 on either guy. And you'll win $264 if your fighter wins by first round KO. Use promo code DNVRBAR for that deal if you want. And right now, again, you bet $1, you win $264 if there's a knockout during the first round of the main event. I'm not counting on it, but it's worth $1. I mean, it could happen for $1. So check it out. Come down to the bar, hop in on this thing that we have going on with DraftKings. It's going to be really cool. Download the app. It's the top-rated sportsbook app, and you can make that bet. Must be 21 or older. Colorado only. New customers only. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. 4700. Now you're going to like this, Eric, because this is a.
You buried the lead on this. You buried the lead on the McGregor-Poirier fight. We have our own personal pool that DraftKings has set up. No, but I don't think you hit it in the same way. Like, there's a pool that if you come down to the bar, you can be entered in. You'll pick 5 or 6 things, and it's not available to the public at large. Only those in the DNVR. Yes, and so somebody is guaranteed to win it.
By the way,
probably will not be
more and more popular. It's going to be cool. Our next sponsor today, trying to keep it moving. Eric, do you not know how this works? Hassel Cattle Company, the home of the Wagyu beef. Right now, as we speak, Eric is probably putting together a group order that he will hoard.
Yeah. Again, get my DMs, guys, if you want to be in on this.
Right now, you guys know Hassel Cattle Company. They're offering that farm-to-table Wagyu beef right out of Texas. They deliver all over the U.S. of A. They've got the DNVR flank right now for $9.99. You can buy 3 and get 1 free when you use promo code DNVR flank at checkout. DNVR flank at checkout. Make your own carne asada. You can do whatever you want with that flank steaks. DNVR 10 code gets you 10% off your entire order. And, of course, if you spend $200 or more, you get free shipping. The way it works is you just go online to hassellcattlecompany.com, HASSELL cattlecompany.com. You select what you want, and they put it in this little cooler and ship it straight to your door. So you can have steaks, burgers, whatever, for the entire month, the entire year, however much you want to order. And if you spend over $200, you get free shipping. So check them out. Don't forget, promo code DNVR10 for 10% off and DNVR flank to get that buy 3, get 1 free deal. And then lastly, man, what a trio of ads we have in this break. Illegal Pete's.
What?
One of my favorite places in all of Denver, Illegal Pete's. If I go there, I get the burrito bowl with rice. I get chicken, sour cream cheese. I get cilantro. You can get the pico de gallo, but then you can also put cilantro on it. And then I always get chips and queso to share with everybody because that's how I am. I like to get a.
Are there any workers at Illegal Pete's listening right now that can start to put this order together for Adam?
Tomorrow, maybe I'll be down there tomorrow ahead of the fight. Get some chips and queso. So check out Illegal Pete's, guys. You know them, Colorado's own, all kinds of great stuff. And then if you're going, you want to go out, maybe you don't want to hit up the club or the bars. They've got the bars right there inside of their all of their locations, and they've got the giant margaritas, enormous margaritas. They're fantastic. So check it out, Illegal Pete's, Colorado's own. All right, why don't we bring on our guest here, Big Dole?
Who?
With Big Dole, we got him, Kale? You want me to click on him? There it is, Big Dole. What's happening, Big Dole?
Can I just say,
you're muted.
Bold move, Big Dole, to have a name like Big Dole and to wear yellow like a banana.
Why is his volume not on? I think you might have to go to your settings there. If you look at the bottom there, cam mic settings, and then go to audio and make sure that it's through your computer or something, because you are.
What are you doing? This is a terrible appearance so far.
Oh my gosh, Big Dole. Is he gonna have to not go on the steps?
Well, we'll bring it back in. Big Dole, go into hit where it says cam mic, and make sure that you have the microphone set up.
All right, we'll have to circle back. Try to problem solve that one if you can, Big Dole.
Yeah. We'll bring it back. In the meantime,
we do have Flo.
Pressure's off, Big
Flo. We have another person waiting. Flo, what's going on, brother?
Hi, guys.
Where are you joining us from?
France.
Hey, all right. Bonjour.
Where in France?
Southwest, close to Spain. Close to the border of Spain.
Love it.
And how long have you been a Denver Nuggets fan?
Since 94.
Oh, wow. What drew you to the Nuggets?
The team with Lafonso Ellis, Robert Park, and that team, when they upset the Sonics, I already liked the team. And when they upset the Sonics, it was for life.
Flo, this is the first time I've heard anybody international become a fan from 94. Like that team, it's pretty. There are a lot of people locally that, that really caught people's attention. But internationally, you might be the person that team was the one that drew you in.
Excuse me? I did not hear the question.
It wasn't actually a question.
You should just Flo, just for the sake of just go. Yep.
Okay.
All right, Flo, you can help us analyze this next topic that I have here, which is that Will Barton will be in the celebrity game for All-Star Weekend for the Major League Baseball. Will Barton is going to be participating. That was DeJounte Murray. We'll get to that one next. But Will Barton will be playing. Do you think Will Barton will be a good baseball player?
I don't know much about baseball, to be honest.
Do you watch cricket? Is
No,
cricket played in France? No.
no, it's only England and the former countries of England.
Yeah, like those two sports are really unique unto themselves and make absolutely no sense unless you grew up with them. The sports where somebody throws a ball at you and you have to try and hit that ball, and then you run in between two things or things that are set up. Like people who don't really have a history with this. Dev is one of these people.
Yeah,
Makes no sense to him.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of like soccer for American people.
Yeah.
You don't get it.
I have a frame of reference for soccer, though. Like I know it would be more like cricket, honestly. Like cricket, I don't understand how it's scored. I don't understand. They say sometimes games last days. I don't understand that. So I don't actually understand anything about cricket.
Well, Flo, do you are you a big Will Barton guy? Like, how do you think you would like play a different sport?
These kind of athletes, they are good at many things. They are just too gifted. I think he'll be all right.
All right.
I hope you understand me all right.
Of course we do. Of course we do. And Alex says you were trashing cricket in the Discord earlier today, saying how boring it was.
Yes, indeed.
Well, let me ask you this, Flo. So Barton is participating in this event, which means he's in Denver this weekend, and he's doing some community stuff, you know. So do you think that means that he is likely to return next year? Do you think that gives any information that he wants to come back to Denver on a long-term deal or at least pick up his player option?
I think he'll be back next season, but I don't know if it's only for one season or more.
What would you prefer?
I've listened to the lockdown podcast today and about all the finance issues, and it's gonna be complicated. So I don't know. It was a bit scary, to be honest. Today's episode. Like in 2 years, we went from it's gonna be fine to wow, it's gonna be very, very expensive, and so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's just the off season. You always in the off season everything's possible. The best scenario and the worst scenario. So you they exist simultaneously in your brain. But I don't know. I just am surprised to see Will Barton doing this because I thought maybe he'd want to get out of Denver and be away for a while. He does have to decide on his player option in about 10 days. I think it's the 17th or 19th. I can't remember off the top of my head. So it's coming up. Maybe he's in town to negotiate and discuss these things. I don't know. You're not supposed to. I don't believe right now. But who knows? Do you think Eric, him participating in this means anything?
No, absolutely nothing. Like they were scrambling to get people to play in this game. If you look, I mean, it's like asking if the guy that now plays Captain America, who's also playing the game, is he planning on moving to Denver? He's playing this game. It's unbelievable. Like Will Barton was in the slam dunk contest. He just wants to be known. He wants people to know who he is. So if he gets to do something where he gets to be referred to as a celebrity, of course he's in. Is he going to be good? I have a very hard time believing he's going to be good.
Me too. All right, Flo, before I get you out of here, is France, are they in the Olympics for basketball?
Of course.
Of course. I mean, of course.
Yeah, we qualified when we beat USA at the last World Championship.
Oh my God, Flo!
I didn't know this happened. This is how little I get locked into international basketball. France beat the US.
Yes.
Who was on the team for the US?
It was the Celtics, Tatum and Walker, and it was not the first year of the league, but
okay.
It was not the United States always sent the best player for the Olympics and the second tier for the World Championship. Okay. They don't seem to care as much.
So, Flo, I have a question for you. Have you ever been tempted to sway in your allegiance to the Nuggets to become a fan of the Utah Jazz and Rudy Gobert?
No, never.
Yeah, this is our guy, dude. Flo's our man.
Flo is our man.
In France too, nobody picks up the Utah Jazz on the video games.
not even the French like Rudy Gobert. I love this.
Not much.
Boris Diaw, national trend.
And he used to play close to where I live, actually.
Really, Boris did?
Yeah, the first team. Yeah,
he's one of my as I'm sure you know, he's one of my favorite players of all time. Probably a top 5 favorite.
Mine too. Mine as well. Yeah.
Here we go, Flo. Let me ask you though. Actually, I did have one more question for you. I don't know how much people are aware, but there is a French player, 7'2", who is going to be in the NBA in about 2 or 3 years. I don't know exactly what the timeline is.
Rudy Gobert?
Victor W. No, he's kind of like he
Yes.
actually looks like an incredible player, and Mike Schmitz today just tweeted out that he is the most intriguing prospect he's ever covered, or like he has this chance to be not just a superstar, but one of the best prospects we've ever seen. Have you had a chance to watch him, and is there any buzz in France about him and his talent?
Yes, I've watched the game today, and he had 8 blocks in the quarterfinals against Lithuania, and he moves really well. He reminds a bit of pre-injury Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah.
And he just signed for Tony Parker's team in France. Tony Parker now owns the best team in France, and he just signed there. He will probably play 2 seasons there and then join the big league.
Well, he's going to be on everybody's radar soon. Victor W. He's like the best prospect people have seen in a couple of years. So I'm very curious to see him.
His name is like Victor.
It's Wembanyama.
Wembanyama?
Wembanyama.
Wembanyama. Flo, we got to run, man, because we got to wrap up today's show. But that was good talking to you. Good meeting you.
Great appearance.
He put it in the chat. He just clicked on the link. He didn't know what it was, and then he was on the show. I love that. So it's great to see you.
If it makes you feel good, better, Flo, we don't really know what this is either.
It was great. I love you guys.
We love you too,
Flo. Have a good one. All right, let's go ahead and bring on Big Dole again. Big Dole, did you figure it out?
I think so, yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Oh, we can hear him. We hear him.
Yeah, a little delay, but I think it'll work. I think we'll make this work. Where are you calling in from?
Fargo, North.
Oh, you betcha.
You
betcha.
That's right. You betcha. Heavy emphasis on the O's.
There you go. Do you think you have what it takes to climb the steps?
Gosh, I hope so. I was talking a lot of noise in the Discord and the chat to start off. So.
I love it. I love someone coming in with swag to the steps. Let's go.
Well, I'm telling you, these questions are doable. They are hard, but they're not impossible. Like when we first made this, Eric, do you remember some of our questions were like, who was the 3rd leading scorer of the 1962 Denver Rockets? Like, they were so hard.
That was always like the 5th question. Like the first question was like, what city did the Denver Nuggets play in? And then it would be like exactly what you just said.
Cam, if you can hide the comments from him so he doesn't get to see him here.
Yeah, Dole, nice try.
Yeah. Oh man, we don't even have the music to play today. What a bummer. So you're gonna have to have no steps music. But without further ado, let's go over to the steps. Step number 1. Which team is representing the Eastern Conference in the NBA Finals this season?
The Milwaukee Bucks.
Whoa!
That is correct.
Yeah.
1 for 1.
Holy cow. He came in hot and he deserved it. Look at him.
Number 2. What 3 colors did the Denver Nuggets use for their rainbow skyline jerseys between 2019 and 2021? What was the base color?
Well, they used the ugly red ones this year.
That's right.
They used the black ones last year, and then the white ones were the first year of this series.
That is correct.
Unbelievable.
White, black, and red for the skyline.
This guy knows everything.
I think he might make it at least past the 5th round. All right, number 3. Which former Denver Nuggets player now plays for the Phoenix Suns?
Oh, man. It's Torrey Craig. I hope he can still play in Game 3.
It is Torrey Craig. You are correct. MRAs came back negative. Thank God. Shouts to Torrey. So whether he plays or not, at least it's not like a serious injury. That's good to hear.
Yeah, absolutely.
Number 4. What is the name of Nikola Jokic's signature one-legged jump shot?
Ooh, the Sombor Shuffle.
What?
That is correct.
He has to be cheating. He has to be cheating.
All right, this one's a little trickier. How many current Denver Nuggets players are on the 2021 U.S. Olympic men's basketball team?
I think it's 0.
It is 0.
Oh, wow. Dude, the dramatic pause with no music just feels awkward more than anything.
All right. You got a sticker pack coming your way, Fargo, North Dakota, man. We'll ship it all the way out there. Or you can risk it and keep going, try to get a shirt. What do you want to do?
Oh yeah, we're risking it. We're going all the way.
Risking for the biscuit. Let's go.
Oh,
Have you think he makes it out of this round?
Absolutely not.
no chance, right?
All right, question number 6. Who led the Denver Nuggets in 2-point field goal attempts this season?
Jokic.
Man, no hesitation. The man is ready to go. That is correct.
This is
It
unreal.
was Jokic. I thought that one was a little tricky. Maybe
I feel like
make
he has
over-
the Steps Wikipedia page up in front of him. You
No,
know,
I don't. I swear to
he's
God.
on his phone, but he's looking at the monitor. I mean, it just seems
Oh,
very dubious.
man. Eyes up here, big dog. All right. Number 7. What number does Facu Campazzo wear for the Denver Nuggets?
Oh man. 7? Wait. I think it's
Like
7.
John, dude,
Oh man! Kel,
Question 7.
You almost
Like
we
John-
almost let you question yourself and talk yourself.
like
out of
John
it.
Elway before him.
Like
That's what I
John.
thought.
7.
Yeah.
All right, number 8. Where did Aaron Gordon go to college?
Arizona Wildcats.
Yeah, that one was easy. That was an easy one. You got that. We gave you a gimme for number 8.
Man, freaking dull. I mean, I feel like
Dude,
number
I'm
one.
seriously, I'm waiting for the starting 5 for the first game because that seems to throw everyone off.
Yeah.
Well, we can't ask the same questions again. Although this one, I feel like we've asked before. Number 9.
That's the one I looked up.
Which African country is Zeke Naji's dad from?
Oh my gosh.
This is a Harrison question, by the way. I don't even know. I have to I'm Wikipediaing to make sure this is true.
Which, by the way, you cannot do, dull.
Oh, okay. Apparently, it's his dad and mom from this country, but he just put the dad.
Is it Nigeria?
That's your final answer?
I think so, yeah. That's the only one I can think of.
That is correct.
What?
Oh my
Holy
God.
smokes.
Wow, for a T-shirt. For a T-shirt.
God, this guy knows everything. He knew the number. That's math. That was geography. Is there some sort of spelling question we can get involved?
What place is Michael Malone on the all-time Nuggets coaching regular season wins list?
I think he is number 3.
That's correct.
Yes,
Oh,
that's cool.
He did it. He is up to number 10.
He's
No,
number
they
2
come to
on the playoff list, isn't he? Because it's Mo and then it's him. But in the regular season, it's
Regular
Mo,
season, he's
George
3.
Karl, then him, right?
There's no freaking extra credit in the steps. Just so you know.
So you got a shirt. We can ship this shirt there, or 5. You're just 5 away from a lifetime membership to DNVR.
Let's keep going.
Holy smoke. I mean, I know that you want their membership, but I actually just took personal offense to that. You don't want my T-shirt. You know what? Screw you, Big Dog.
What was the Denver Nuggets' record against the Phoenix Suns in the regular season this season?
They lost the first one and then won the next 2 on a back-to-back in Phoenix. So they were 2-1.
It's correct. No hesitation, too. That's right, man. All right, we're already on. He was talking trash in the Discord, and here we are. All right, number 12. Who won the first ever Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Social Justice Award?
Oh, I wish it was someone for the current Nuggets, but it was Melo.
What?
That's
correct.
You know what I would have guessed? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Wow, this is incredible. That was a new award they created this year. All right, number 13. Who led the Denver Nuggets in total blocks this season, in the regular season?
Well, this one's kind of tough because they got JaVale McGee, so there's an asterisk by JaVale McGee. But I think the leader is Michael Porter, isn't it?
That is correct. I like that he even had a little asterisk. It's block shots for the Nuggets. So, yes, it was Michael Porter.
Okay.
Who got Mike.
Smokes.
He's not even hesitating.
No.
All right, I'm not going to lie. These last two are kind of tricky, but I feel like the 14 is the trickier of the two. So you get past this one, I feel like you're going to make it all the way.
Yeah, let your guard down completely if you get this one.
I'm rooting for you.
Michael Malone is the Nuggets' head coach. Wes Unseld is the associate head coach, but there are 5 people with the title assistant coach for the Denver Nuggets. Name all 5.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my God. There's no way.
You've got Michael Malone, you've got Wes Unseld, and then you have 5 assistant coaches.
What do you think we're just going to hand out lifetime memberships, Big Doll?
Oh man, those are the only 2 I really know. I think there's like who the heck was their shooting coach that they had like a long time? Like it was a couple of years ago. I think he left now. It was something Price. That's the only one I can think of.
Do you have any other guesses you want to just throw out? I mean, you got about 20 seconds here if you really want to try to think.
Oh man.
Dude.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Out of here!
Get the hell out of here, Big Doll. The hubris. He had a shirt.
Man.
Let it walk. Didn't want it. It was beneath him.
0 hesitation. 1 through 13. 0 hesitation.
Well, you know what just happened is that Big Doll just walked into the Adam, Brendan, and Harrison zone and Superstar Dev zone where you like literally know these guys. You talk to them all the time and you'd be like, oh yeah. We were talking to Jordy the other day. I'm like, who the hell's Jordy?
See, you guessed. You had one.
I know Jordy Fernandez, but I'm just saying.
Can you name them all?
Adelman.
Yep.
Jordy. Clask.
Yep.
Ryan Bowen. That's my boy.
Yeah, that's your boy.
Uh,
Oh no.
Beckett.
There you go, JB. JB, you got him. John Beckett.
Yeah, again, just for reference, Big Doll, in case you're feeling bad about yourself, Dev and Adam personally know these guys. So that's like saying like, hey, who are some guys you work with? Me being like, Adam, Dev.
Man, like I said, those are questions you could know. I'm just saying, like you could know.
Nobody
those
knows this, but you guys. What a. You know what? I'm on Big Doll's side. I'm going to give him.
Only
I'm
Chill.
sending him something.
You think Chill Ducey watches the show like is it Mercury Morris that always pops champagne whenever the last football team loses?
yeah.
Chill Ducey watches like that.
He's like the 1972 Dolphins. Just
Thanks everybody for the support all week. It was a lot of fun. I'm telling you guys, Online with D-Line is making its premiere here very shortly. I can't wait. I'll be tuning in. I'll be commenting along. It's going to be hilarious. I already know how the show's going to go. It's going to be great. And then, of course, this weekend, we've got 2 great things going on at the bar this weekend. You're going to want to get down. On Saturday, the UFC fight. It's no cover charge.
No cover charge. Very important.
Go
No
online,
cover.
an RSVP. Let us know you're coming so you can guarantee yourself a spot or whatever. So that is going to be happening. It's going to be a lot of fun. Lots of DNVR people are going to be out there. Hopefully, Dev is going to join us out there. It'll be a really good time. And then Sunday, John Boy is going to be live. Is going to be in our studio. They're going to be watching the Rockies game and Yankees game going on at the same time. We'll have both games going on, but they'll be around really cool people. And then, of course, it's a Rockies party, so you're going to want to come out and watch that. So lots of stuff going on. Thanks for the support all week, guys. We'll see everybody on Monday.